A Georgia teenager, Liliana Rose Wagner, has been sentenced to life in prison after pleading guilty to killing her mother, Rachel Wagner, in 2024. Authorities say the case was especially disturbing because the teenager had allegedly been planning a mass shooting at her former middle school before changing course and killing her mother instead. Wagner was 14 at the time of the murder. The crime came to light after she crashed her mother's car and told responding officers that she lived alone with her mother. Police conducted a welfare check at the family's home and found Rachel Wagner, 51, dead from a gunshot wound. Investigators said Wagner had developed an obsession with school shooters and mass casualty attacks and had cultivated an online presence connected to that interest. In a handwritten confession, she described the murder as a last-minute choice after initially planning to attack her former middle school. Prosecutors said she also identified several notorious school shooters as inspiration. Authorities also said she had communicated with anonymous people online who encouraged violent plans. That aspect of the case prompted District Attorney Patrick Warren to warn parents about the potential influence of strangers and harmful content online. According to prosecutors, Rachel Wagner had purchased the gun used in the killing about a month earlier and allowed her daughter to keep the firearm and ammunition in her bedroom. Now 16, Wagner received a life sentence and will have to serve at least 30 years before becoming eligible for parole. Prosecutors described the case as a devastating example of how violent online influences, access to weapons, and missed opportunities for intervention can turn into a tragedy. Authorities believe a potentially catastrophic school attack was avoided, but the outcome was still the murder of Wagner's own mother. A tragedy that left one person dead and a teenager facing the rest of her life behind bars. So my biggest issue with this is why in the hell did her mother let her keep that firearm, potentially a loaded firearm and ammunition in her bedroom? This girl was only 14 years old. That makes no sense to me. I don't know. The girl should have gotten the death penalty, but I understand when they're teenagers like that, they don't use the death penalty, but something's got to change in this country. That should have never happened. That's horrible. My sympathies go out to the mother's family, not the daughter, because I can't believe she did this to her own mother. That doesn't make any sense to me. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.